Okay.
So here we are in December getting ready to do our Noteworthy Simple Page Kit number 12. Can't believe we've done 12 of these this year, so that's kind of amazing. Um, this kit goes together really, really fast. It's very easy. It's pretty much symmetrical on the 2 pages, with the exception of the placement of the square photos. So those of you who are doing it digitally, it'll be pretty easy to get together and have this turn out really well. The designer paper pack is also very straightforward. There's no flags, there's no border punches, so it is really simple and turns out really nice and really easy. So here are the instructions that we created as a PDF. So if you're using your paper stash, you can actually use these instructions, or if you're doing it digitally. And so I'm going to stop sharing, and then I can spotlight my table and I will show you the actual kit. So the kit is really, the papers in here are really nice. And since I am not a red fan, but I actually like the kit, I think that's kind of saying something. So we get a cover sheet and it has photos. There are 4 square photos. 2 of them are 4x4 and 2 of them are 3.5x3.5. And then there are 4 of the 3.5x5.5, and 2 of them are landscape, 2 of them are vertical. So pretty standard sizes of your photos to be able to go on here. And Creative Memories does a great job of letting you know what kind of cardstock coordinates. So if you decide that maybe you need some photo mats behind any of these other photos, that it gives you some really great ideas. But I think with this one, white's going to work really, really well. So we get this nice sticker sheet, and there's some really nice stickers on here, the presents, the hot chocolate, and I've been craving hot chocolate since I first looked at these.
That's really
And
cool.
some candles and these bows. I like these little stars. So there's some really nice ones. And then there's border stickers that look like ribbon. And I don't know if you can really tell or how well this is probably not showing up, but it
Pretty
really
good.
looks like it has the texture of ribbon, and it has like the dashes uh, on either end. And so it really has that grosgrain ribbon texture look to it, which is kind of neat that it's just a sticker. And the 3 pieces of paper. So these are the base pages. So you have this solid, or this single print, and then the other side is actually the one that they used. And just a note, I think, personal opinion, there is a right side up of these because of the way the print is. Now, even though some of the print is upside down, I think it's more right side up one way
Oh,
than
yeah.
the other. So if you're working with the kit, just be aware. And so because I think there is a right and a left, and there's an up and a down, you might want to pay attention to which side, which piece you're putting
Hmm.
on the right and the left of your page. And I'm going to just raise my camera. Sorry for the dizzy spell there. Okay. And then this is the cut apart. So on the one side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 and 2 are identical. 3 and 4 are identical. 5 and 6 are identical. And we've got these nice different patterns. So that's all there really is to the kit. And then there was an extra that if you got it as a bundle, and I believe different advisors have access to this exclusive. So you've got a couple other varieties of gifts, as well as some stars and some holly and berries, and it says a very Merry Christmas. So if you don't celebrate Christmas, you can definitely still not use the Christmas time sticker. You cannot use the Happy Holidays, and you could just use the hot chocolate and some other items that are on here and still make use of the kit. So I think it's nice. And also the fact that this ends up being able to be utilized either way, as well as the backside. So let's go ahead and we can just start cutting the kit. And does anybody have any questions? I don't know how many people are actually using the kit tonight versus how many people are scrapping digitally or using paper stash. So
doing it digitally, but that sure is beautiful paper.
it is really nice paper. I love this tone on tone with with this. I think it's really, really nice looking. So, all right. So the first cuts between 1 and 2, everything is at 4 inches. And since I'm going to be ending up wanting to flip the paper over in order to accommodate the fact that I want to get a good cut between these different red patterns that we have here, I'm going to just start out with it with that side up to cut the paper. And I'm going to try to make certain it's lined up well before I cut. And I didn't quite line it up well as much as I try. Sometimes I don't quite get it the way I want. So I've got to take that little sliver. And then this piece is just at 4 inches. And then these other pieces down here, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to try to line them up. I really probably need to change my cutting mat. And these are it too. So the pieces 1 and 2 were 4 by 10. Pieces 3 and 4 were 4 by 2. And then pieces 5 and 6 are 4 by 6. I think this plaid is really nice too. Again, red, but I think it looks very nice. And just like all of our simple kits, it comes together really easily because they've done all the hard work for you. So their sample, now I want to comment about, or their sample is set up so that it's mirror image. It's pretty easy. A caution about the candy striped. When you have these diagonals, depending on whether you want them going the one direction or I guess they actually all go that way. Never mind. They'll line up regardless. But they don't line up perfectly across the center line. But if you, one way, they're a little bit better than the other. So if that's important to you, you may want to pay attention to that. We don't know how far up the page these are, so you just have to kind of eyeball it. And then the 2 smaller pieces, they put one higher on the left and one lower on the right. And then you've got your photos. So again, what they have is a 4 by 4 over on the left, 3.5 by 5.5. And then on the bottom, they put a 5.5 by 3.5 and a 3.5 square. Now you could have plenty of space to do whatever you want there on the bottom. And then on the right side, you've got another 3.5 by 5.5 portrait one. And then the one that goes over the gold tone box is a 4 by 4 square. So I think that's everything. Anybody have any questions, comment?
The red sticker, like the grosgrain sticker, are you supposed to put the border? Are you supposed to put it like align it right with the line between the supposed background paper, the white kind of tone on tone?
That is what it looks like to me. It looks like they cover up more of the white than they do of the green teal.
Okay.
But because yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
Okay.
from the image, but I think you could slide it in because you have plenty of space to do it either way.
The
Thank you.
good, the good
Yep.
thing about this layout is it's suggesting two photos on the striped, but since we didn't cut it, we can, it gives you some room for depending on where you crop your photo. I
Right.
was real pleased when I saw that because I don't have all my Christmas activities done yet.
Right.
And so I don't really know what photos are going in there from like this weekend's activities. So I
Right.
only have some. So I like the it's going to give me some versatility.
Yeah, I think you're right. And you can probably put 3 photos across here also, depending on how wide those photos are. And the fact that you've got a whole lot of space on both the upper left or upper right and some of this, middle left, you've got some space there too. So you've got a lot of forgiving, I guess, placement of your photos and what you're doing. So I think it's nice. I think it's really good. It's going to be a nice layout. So I look forward to seeing what people have, what they create. I don't have any photos printed because I'm behind in printing out photos. So, because I'm trying to get some digital stuff done. So I think if there's no other questions, can we pause the recording and then we can come back to it? All right, so most people are finished and we're going to have a few people who are going to step away. So we just wanted to share some of the layouts. I did not have photos yet, so I wanted to just put down some of the stickers to show where they were. But I think there's a few other people who have some things that they can share. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the spotlight so people can share their screens. Them up. Whichever. It's not all jump first.
I'm just trying to get.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm still trying to embellish mine.
Okay. Who's
Mine's
going?
done, but no pictures.
Oh, it's okay. I'm gonna share.
Oh, someone else is sharing. Okay,
Oh,
sorry.
my computer sounds didn't stop sharing. Sorry about that.
All right, let's try that. There we go.
That was operator error over here. Okay, we're
The
looking at
screen
your
is flat.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Do you have 2 screens going?
Yes, I do. What am I supposed to be on?
You probably need to select the other screen. So I'm going to pause the recording. Oh, I like it.
I'm still
Very
working
nice.
on pictures, but
Nice.
Oh, I like
nice. Very
that.
nice.
thanks.
Pretty.
Yeah.
That looked really
Very
good.
nice.
It does.
Looked better before I put the pictures on it, so I may change
Oh,
it up
it
a bit.
looks nice.
Oh, yeah. It
Thanks.
looks nice.
What papers are those? I'm sorry. I'm looking on my phone, so I can't.
That's okay. They're let's see. Oh, I know. It's a funny name. Nesrin bundle. Nesrin.
Yeah.
By
Art Party
Martin.
always has unique names with vocabulary
yeah.
words that none of us know what they mean, and we have
Yeah.
to look them up, or they at least tell us in the description. Yeah, but
Yeah.
those are nice.
Thanks.
All right. Who's next? Macinda?
Yeah, I can share. There's no pictures because the party's not until the 20th, but
Well,
there's
You
photo
are
spots though.
cropping ahead of time.
Yep. Got to get that book ordered before the 31st.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
that's
I like
pretty.
that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like it.
That's really
Pretty.
cool.
Very pretty.
Oh,
That's
Very
pretty.
nice. Very, very
That's so
nice.
festive. Yeah.
Oh, I really like the nice naughty Grinch. That's cute.
I was still
Okay.
playing with stuff, but it's all good.
Nice. Carmen, did you
Yes.
do a layout? All right,
Yes.
so I'm gonna
Okay.
spotlight you. And she has some pictures, you said, right? You were
Oh,
Right.
still
Well,
working on?
yeah, and some
Oh.
of them I actually used
Oh.
repo.
That's pretty.
I used repo, and I'm gonna take them off
Yeah.
and then make sure they fit when I get the pictures from this weekend when we go to Nutcracker.
Oh, very
Nice.
nice.
Very
was-
nice.
This was the Parma Symphony, and I found this.
Oh,
some
yeah.
Holly Dazzle or something.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Oh, and it fits just perfect.
Yeah.
Because I really want to journal this, say really
Nice.
what it was. So
Excellent. And you use the corner rounder, I can see.
yeah, I
Nice.
wanted
Like
to.
that corner rounder, right?
And
Oh, it's
this,
good.
and I did not want to crop this photo, so I just did it like a shadow box.
Yeah.
Good.
That's
Nice.
awesome. That works.
I'm
That's
learning.
awesome.
Okay.
Love it. Love it. Okay. Diane, did you do one that you want to hold up? You said you didn't have photos yet, right?
I'm kind of done. I maybe need to change some stickers around, but I did our moments.
mm.
Oh,
It's
I
like
love
full black
that.
and
That's pretty.
blue.
Pretty.
Yeah, it is.
Very
Oh,
beautiful.
Mhm.
I love that.
Thank
I
you.
like that.
That's some of the what is it, the lava, what was that called, that paper that's super pretty,
Oh, of the black?
the background paper, is that
Yeah, it might be.
cool?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a
Nice.
black. I think it's our moments. I might have done some mixing.
That's okay. That's okay.
That's
Colleen?
allowed.
Unfortunately, I can't show anything on the recording. because of my-
Okay. Yep. That's
I'll
fine.
post the photo in the album.
Excellent.
I could show
Okay.
mine.
Lynn, okay. As we all wait with anticipation.
Oh,
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 nice.
that's good.
that's pretty.
nice.
Really
Like
good,
it.
Lynn.
Chicks.
Oh.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Really
that
good.
Too.
Pretty.
The
blue and
licorice
red
stick, I like
contrast
the
is
name just
great.
alone.
I do too.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
Well, we all
Nice.
play clarinet, and clarinet is called a licorice stick.
Oh,
Is it
okay.
really?
And
That's
we're all
cool.
women, so
What's the journal spot? Is that
which
journal
one?
That one on the right.
the one where the name of the group is on?
Oh,
Oh, it's just a piece of paper that I
Oh,
resized to fit the space.
But it had
Is
that.
that what you were asking?
Yeah, it had the doodles on it already though.
Yeah, it was this paper right here.
oh,
What
pretty.
kit is that?
It is
Okay.
called Coordinated Classic Mix Holidays and Happy Days by
Okay.
Forever.
Oh,
And-
oh,
Thank
you are gonna like National Scrapbook Day when it's gonna have the chicks theme.
All right.
There you go. Like it. All right. And I'll show mine. I'm
Oh,
still
yeah.
doing puppies.
Oh,
Oh,
cute.
cute.
Always puppies are good to do.
Well, we took a lot of pictures their first 6 months that we had them. So
Of
there are
course.
lots of them.
That's
So,
great.
Aw,
Very cute.
yeah.
that's beautiful.
It is.
Thanks.
Nice.
Very nice.
I was very proud of myself for even getting a ribbon on here and making
was-
it work. So I was like,
Yeah,
Good.
I was noticing that. I was impressed too. Very nice.
so, all right.
Good job,
Well,
everyone.
did we catch everyone who had something that they could share on the recording? Okay. Well, everyone, we really appreciate you watching and joining us, whether live or on the recording. If you do create a layout, please share it in our Consistently Creative Croppers Facebook group. And if you're watching this on YouTube, give us a like because that helps our channel get some traction. So we really appreciate that also. And we hope that you have enjoyed this whole series this year. And I'm looking forward to what we're going to be doing in the next year. And next week is our VIP class. So this is actually our last one that's really open to the public for 2025. That's kind of hard to believe, but we appreciate everybody who's been following us, watching us, joining us, sharing with us. And thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing everybody in 2026.
Hi, thanks.
Okay.
Lynn.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So on the same recording, I'm going to just go ahead and show how to create the Noteworthy Simple Page Kit number 12 using Artisan. And again, it's a pretty simple layout and it is almost symmetrical. So it comes together really quickly and very easily. So the PDF that we created that's on our Consistently Creative Croppers Facebook group has all the dimensions. So I'm just going to go ahead and create the left page. So I'm sliding this PDF onto my other screen so I can do that. And I have the image that Creative Memories provided with the sample page. So I can just sample some colors over there as I need to. So the first thing I'm going to do is give myself a background shape that's 12 by 12. And I know I don't say it every time, but doing this allows me to change the opacity if I decide I want to get some other papers in there at some point in time. And so that's why I don't tend to use the background as the shape. And I'm going to go ahead and go to the home, arrange, align, and center on page. And like we've done before, there's many, many ways to do that. And that's just one of them. So I'm going to go ahead and insert this teal rectangle that's kind of behind these photos, if you can kind of see it off on the side of my workspace. So insert shape, rectangle, and this is a 6 by 12. And again, I'm going to fill that by sampling the color. And it's a teal color, so that will work. And this ended up being 1/2 inch from the left-hand side of the page. So I'm going to go ahead and use the X and Y ribbon to align it at 0.5 and 0. And I'm going to save because now that I'm going to start inserting some other things, I don't want to take a chance of losing my work. So then they had this red and white diagonal striped area that was behind these pictures down here. And I'm just going to fill them with some red because I don't want to take the time to fill it with some stripes because I'll end up filling it with paper anyway. So this is a rectangle and it was 10 by 4. And I'm going to fill it with red. And I think, if I remember correctly, that when I sampled it, it's kind of like more of a pinkish color, but it's okay. And I don't know the placement of this because they don't really give us measurements. They just placed it on the page. So I may end up shifting that up or shifting that down once I get some more things on the page. And I'm not really thrilled with that color, so I'm going to go ahead and change it to a red. A real red. Maybe that. And it was stuck up against the edge of the paper. And then I'll add the other photo mat. And I'm just going to color it really dark red. And this one was 4 by 6. And I think I only have one more thing. It was this gold color paper, which is 4 by 2. And sometimes when you're sampling colors due to the quality of the image, it just doesn't turn out great. All right. So that red is just very loud. I'm gonna change it. And I'm just going to make it white. All right. That I'm gonna change it so you can tell the difference. So here I am just playing around with the colors. All right, and then I think the only thing I need to do is add some of my photos. So I'll add an empty frame here. When I bring it in, it's 4 by 4, which happens to be exactly the right size for the photo that goes there. This one was 3.5 by 3.5. I could type correctly. Oh, no, it was, sorry, it was 3.5 by 5.5. And I want it centered on that mat. So the quickest way is to go up to the quick access toolbar and do the second and the fifth button. And I'm going to insert another frame. And this one was 5.5 by 3.5. Really can't type. And then the final one is 3.5 by 3.5. And I like trying to get these aligned nicely and centered and all of that. So I think, so one of the ways to do that is to select both of them and align them on the middle point together. And then if you group them, you can center them as a unit over the background, the mat that they're on. And then I just ungroup them. So that makes it so that they're really centered right to left and top to bottom on that piece. And I think that is everything I needed to do on this one. So now I'm going to insert a mirror image of this page because that's pretty much what I wanted to do. And it says my book is too big, so I'm going to remove a page. And try again. And since the limit is 199 pages, I was trying to get one more than that. So insert mirror. And since it brings in the new page before the page that you were already clicked on, they're backwards. So I'm going to just slide it over. And then the way the design is that on the right-hand page, the 4x4 photo was at the top. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to align the top of the two by selecting the photo and then the mat that's sitting next to it and lining it at the top. And then I'm going to take the gold, which I can't see, but I can select from the elements panel. And I'm going to align it with the bottom of this shape. And that should hopefully work out. And that is pretty much the way that one comes together. And let me go to 2 separate pages. So that's a really quick and easy set of pages that you can actually put together from this. And hopefully Artisan will show my 2 pages any time now. And maybe not. Maybe I need to pause the recording. There we go. So now I must have been clicking too much, or I don't know. It was taking a moment. So this is the layout as I actually ended up with the 2 pages. And again, with your 2-page spread, you can do them as bound pages where you get a dark area here in the center. And you could also do it as 2 separate trim pages where it actually trims within the trim line and 2 separate pages. And this brings in from the, brings it out past the trim line. So let me just show my print guides. So when I turn on my print guides and then I go to trim, it actually trims it up about where it would actually be physically trimmed if it was a piece of paper. And the other day, when I was recording the digital project recipe from last week, when I went to open Artisan, I found that my pages, photos, and content were on the left-hand side of my screen as opposed to being on my right-hand side of the screen. And just in case you did not see that, Forever has a very easy fix for that. And I just want to show you how to get to that just in case you haven't seen that. So Artisan layout. And the very first result is how do I get the Artisan content panel back on the right side of the software program? And it's very easy. You download this layouts.xml file and it's at the bottom of the post. And they tell you exactly where that file needs to be on your hard drive. And you're going to copy this layouts file that you download and paste it over the old one. And then when you open Artisan, it should be all good. The other thing I recently noticed when I went in to do a photo and touch up the photo, I didn't have, I'm just going to do tree. I did not have all of the auto fix options over here on the right hand side of the page. It was actually cut off in the midway, so I knew there was still something wrong with my layouts file, so I went in and downloaded it again. So sometimes if you come in and your things are not laid out the way it's supposed to be on your screen, or you have text boxes or pop-up boxes that are cut off partway through, it could be that your layouts file has gotten altered or corrupted or something is wrong. So just download a new one and that might fix all of those things. So I think that was everything that I wanted to say about that. I don't know if I'll have success in clicking back to my previous page and having it work. Oh yeah, so this is the one that I did tonight. I already showed it earlier, but I have taken my camera down off of the traditional layout. So hope you enjoyed the digital version of this and look forward to scrapping with you next year in 2026.
Thanks, Kari.
Thanks, Kari.